Hey guys, I am so excited to talk about this month's Heber Leadership Academy because we got to go to the Public Works Department. We got to hear so many different things about the special service districts in town and all of these people that work so hard to make our community amazing here in Heber City and Wasatch County. So we got to tour things, we got to participate, and I've got so many fun pictures that I'm excited to show you. We got to talk about the water and how it's provided to our community, the septic system, and the one thing they say is please don't flush the flushable wipes. We got to talk about the new builds, the developments, and how that's going to change things. And it was so interesting to see that we have so many great people in our community that are working in our public works that really care about our community and making this a better place. So I'm just going to go through, there's a lot of things that we learned, different wells that are a part of the power, but are part of the water grid. We learned where our power came from. We got to see some examples of why it's so dangerous and how amazing those people are. We got to see the sewers and how some of the old ones that had like wood around them, as well as talking about grease that goes down them and how much of that they have to remove every single year. And if you haven't heard, review my older videos that talk about the new sewer system that's coming in that they're going to be putting in through the next number of years, starting in downtown Heber. So a couple of things that I wanted to talk about is the growth challenges that these departments are seeing. They're talking about the culinary water being used for irrigation and how they're having to figure out with the water drainage of how they're going to be able to withstand all of these people coming in. The cost of living for employees and being in real estate, I understand the need for affordable housing and how there just is not any in our community. And I understand, both sides of that coin. So that has been a huge one though, because they can't find quality employees that can live close enough to be able to respond, even though they're doing everything they can to pay very, very well. So that's one thing with people living outside of the community, the response times have gone up greatly. Supply train issues, so things that they purchased normally that used to get here in 2 months now are taking 18 months to get here. The costs with those supplies have gone through the roof. So it's not just in us in our everyday lives, but also our public works departments are seeing that. One interesting thing is they talked about wholesale power for our power department, for our power company. So Heber Power actually goes out and tries to find anywhere they possibly can to get power that is then brought from Rocky Mountain to our power grid. And they are working so hard to make sure that we have the most affordable power possible. Let's see. For the water treatment plant, being able to keep their farmland, that is one way that really helps it be affordable way for them to treat the water, because they're able to treat the water so environmentally and naturally, and then they use the water in the farm ground where they then sell the hay that is brought up. So that's really hard for them to be able to justify keeping up that, especially with the increase in prices. Lack of water, there was just a drought emergency that was issued by the governor. So we are still seeing that. All of these departments are seeing that, even though sometimes we're told there's enough, we all have to do more. Making sure that the water that all these developments say that they have is actually there and not just on paper is a big thing. And then COVID has actually caused a lot of problems with people being able to go to work. And then again, the supply chain. So what do they want people to know, or what can we do better as the community to help support them? Is one, knowing the wholesale power supplies, how they get the power here, keeping your eyes out and supporting the ways that they are trying to get the power here affordably. So if they say, hey, this is a really good idea, we as a community need to step up and we need to support them. We need to participate in the planning process that is now going on. So if you guys can please jump on Heber City's Public Works website and participate in that survey, that is really important for them and is the one thing that they asked us to do. We have a lot of different things. We have a hydro plant here. We have natural gas plant here. So knowing that those are unique and different things that we have in our community. But again, please go and take that survey for them. Keyboard warriors are another thing. People who jump on, some of our Facebook groups and other ways and say a lot of negative and not accurate things. So they really want to encourage people to ask them questions. Call the departments, ask them questions, come down, take a tour. The tours are so much fun. You really should definitely take a tour. Unique environmental things that we have, mainly the farms at the water treatment plant. They want us as people in our community to conserve water. It starts with us, and that's one thing that we can do. And vote and be involved is very important to make sure that we have people in there that believe in our community and that are leading it in a way that we really want it to be led. And please don't flush the flushable wipes. That was another big one. So if you're interested in budgeting or information about that, it's in December every year for these special service districts. Knowing that if we say no to everything, delay in our electrical transmission line has cost $8 million more than it would have had they done it when they initially presented it. So just know that we are growing and we have to make smart decisions for that growth. So there's just so many things that we can get involved in. So get involved, call them if you have questions. Make sure you say thank you to them. Thank you to our public works people. If you see someone out and about, wave to them, smile, especially your kids, let them know that they are amazing. And in the wintertime, please don't park on the roads. So great day today at Heber City Public Works, and we have so many great people here.